This is Ming the Money Alchemist. My intention for this podcast is that it amps up our manifesting game for this year. Each call will play with a topic related to money, and we'll have a practice, and we're going to have some fun around it. Please join me, and we're going to have a great time. Hey everyone, how'd you guys do on looking at your experiences? I know for myself, there had been some big experiences where, it wasn't so pleasant, and I had to step away for a while and then re-look and re-examine and realize, what to learn from it. And then little examples of things that were a little bit uncomfortable, applying the same principles. So again, from the book, from the last episode, Manifesting with Alignment, there was one part that I just so enjoyed. And it was stating, when you are in alignment, you exude abundance and you live through your desires. You no longer chase your desires or limit yourself to what you want. Instead, you become attractive and to the thing that you want, and what you want actually begins to chase you. Can you imagine? I thought that was so cool. I thought, yes, instead of chasing what I want, what about what I want is chasing me, or desire, instead of even using the word want, so to speak. But how do we do that? Well, remember, what the inside is showing up on the outside, right? And when we start to see what our old beliefs were, those are those so-called guards that we put up, right? When we start to see that, we can shift and tap into our authentic self and be willing to let go of who you are and shift to the truer version of yourself. So that means you got to look to see how it is that you react to things. And it's almost like instead of just falling into the same way of dealing with situations, or falling into the same even patterns of thinking, it's really to be flexible and adjusting to these so-called different identities of ourselves, even, and not to become attached, right? I remember in one of my podcasts, I think in the beginning, I remember in The Secret, it always talked about how to manifest, how to get you what you desire, but it never really talked about letting go and being attached. I know attachment probably is one of the top things to let go of, because attachments, when we keep holding on to that attachment, that can actually cause suffering. So we want to let go of any attachments. What you want to focus is on your vibration and frequency, on where you're dialed in, right? So that we can become attractive to what we are desiring. Wouldn't that be really awesome if you're just focusing on how you feel and the frequency of perhaps joy, happiness, hope, all those high vibrational feelings. And then what you're desiring is actually coming to you. And I think about it, there is a situation that actually popped into my awareness where I don't really think I was looking for it, but it popped in. Has this thing really, really aligned? I think it is. And I have no idea how, the details. It doesn't matter. We don't need to figure all that out, but just trust, right? Because whatever we're tapped into vibrationally, it's going to come for us. So when we do have little things that we consider contrast, right? Or if it's something that you perceive as something negative, just trust. Remember, contrast is beneficial. Contrast actually shows us what it is that we do want to manifest and what we do not desire. It's designed for us to learn. Always know that there's situations that come up that this is for us to learn. So when we are in experiences that take us to a place that it is so-called the unknown, remember, the unknown is where the miracles are. I've always believed that. But when you fear the unknown, that's when you start making choices. And when you do fear it, we stop making choices. So we want to make choices where we take responsibility on how we navigate, right? So if we are excited and we are in alignment, then we're not necessarily looking for results, because you're already there. Remember, it's all how you feel. Doesn't matter the response or what you're trying to attain. The universe has no limitations. The universe does not care about the meaning that you give your thoughts, but the content. So this was really interesting in this book because it really got my attention, because the author says, if you say, I want this car, or I don't want this car, this sends the same signal. So it's not even what you're saying per se. It's the thoughts, right, of putting your focus on what it is. So if you have unbending intent, which is you are committing to entering the unknown with no doubts and an unshakable confidence. So just know when you feel like you're in the unknown, like for example, you're not sure where the money is going to come from, or you're not sure how this relationship is going to end, or you're not sure what job you're going to be, heading into, just trust that you're entering into the unknown with no doubts and have confidence that the universe has your back. And just let those desires line up with how the thoughts and the vibration and the frequency that you're tapped into. So again, let's look again at our situations in practice and look to see where our thoughts lie. I think this will be good practice for us going into, this summer and all the other things that were coming into the latter part of the year. It's all good. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me and listening in. Please go to manifestbluemoney.com for a free chapter to download from my book, Money Blues to Blue Money. See you next time.